Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is December 31st at approximately 4:54 Central Standard Time. Just a few minutes ago was the last sunset here in the city of Milwaukee for 2017, and seems like there ought to be a time for reflection, especially now as we all await the arrival of 2018. We ought to reflect over the things that have occurred in 2017 and take a good look at them. And then not only that, though, but not just take a look at them, but take a look at them for what they were, for the good times and for the bad times. And did you learn anything from the disappointments that you suffered and the trials that you endured during 2017? And can you take those lessons forward and so that you don't repeat the same mistakes? You know, the thing is that we all come up with New Year's resolutions, and we all have these things that we would like in our lives to change. But the thing is that those things that we would like to change in our life, question becomes, are we fundamentally ready to give them to are we fundamentally ready to give them up so that we can in fact make the necessary changes so that we can go forward and not repeat the same mistakes? We do a good job of starting out, and then sometimes the road gets too hard. I'm gonna have to redo this. Okay, well, the thing is that sometimes things just get a little bit too hard. And when they get too hard, we give up and we turn back and we forget about what it was that got us to the point of where we were. There's nothing wrong with retracing your steps, nothing wrong with going a little bit backwards in order to go forward. Because the thing is that in going backwards, you get to actually review what it is that's been done and you get to go someplace else with that thing. So the thing is that as we get in, as 2017 winds down, and we get closer and closer to midnight, the thing is that how hopeful are you for the new year? Because see, the thing is that hope remembers the good and learns from the mistakes of the past in order to anticipate a better and brighter future. See, the thing is that I don't know what all of 2018 is going to bring. But I do know that that tomorrow, provided I get an opportunity to see it, is going to be better than it was today. I'm going to have grown a little bit. I'm going to have learned something. I'm hoping not to repeat the same mistakes. And as long as we're going into 2018 with the mindset that we're going to grow and be better than what we were in 2017. What matter of fact, grow and be better January 1st than what we were on December 31st. So that when we get to that place where we're looking around and we understand that life is a little bit better than what it was that we thought it was, because we've learned something, we've grown. And see, the thing about going from day to day is understanding that you grow every day. If you're trying to stay stagnant, then what it is that you're stuck in a place where there's no movement, no growth, and essentially what you've done is you've destroyed your hope. Hope always anticipates that there's something further down the road, that if I just keep walking, something's going to change. Hope says that I'm going to have some stuff that happens that's going to make me look and feel and be able to treat people better than I've felt, looked, and been treated. So the thing is that as I'm walking this thing out and I'm looking at hope, I'm looking at the hope for a better tomorrow. I'm also looking and anticipating that I hope that no matter what trials that I go through, that I trust God enough to know that I've got to learn something from each and everything that has gone on in my life. Because if I'm not learning, if I'm not moving forward, then there's no place for me there's no place where I really have hope. What I have is, in 9 times out of 10, is an attitude that says that I'm defeated. Hope never allows for defeat. Hope actually encourages and gets you to that place where you need to be so that you can be in a position at whatever time and whatever place it is, that you might be able to help somebody to get beyond where it is that they are. Hope allows you to not only to help somebody else, but to help yourself. And hope allows you to put yourself in the right place with God. You have to remember that for all of those years, and I'm going to use Abraham as an example. For 75 years, Abraham lived, and then God told him he needed to pick up and move. Then, when Abraham was 99 years old, he was visited by the angel of the Lord and told that he was going to have a son. He had been told before then that he was going to be the father of many nations, and yet Abram just kept on moving, and kept on moving. And so finally, at 99 years old, God tells him that he's going to have a son, and at 100 years old, here comes Isaac, the son of the promise. The thing is that when further on in Abram's life, God then asked him to give up the most important thing that he had been promised, and where were these descendants that were going to be as numerous as the stars, where were they going to come from if he was to go and sacrifice Isaac? But yet, out of a sense of obedience and knowing that he had hope in God, he went to carry out what it is that God had instructed. When he got up on the hill, what ended up happening was that God then told him, no, you're not going to sacrifice your son, and provided a ram in the bush. And for each and every one of us, we know the rest of the story, because out of Isaac, out of Jacob, came the line of David and our Savior. And it is those of us that believe in our Savior that have hope. So on this night, we understand that we are going from one year to the next, but we are going from 1 year of relationship to building an even better and stronger relationship with the one who cares about us, the one who came and died for us, so that when we go into this new year, we understand that regardless of what's going on in the world, that we have an opportunity to do something that is going to be impactful. We may not think of it that way, but we have hope. And it is in that hope that we are able to impact the world. It is through that hope that we are able to say to other people that, hey, look, this is the God that I serve. And the thing is that my hope is not in this world, but my hope is someplace else. And it's because of that, no matter what happens in Washington, D.C., no matter what happens in North Korea, no matter what happens in China, no matter what happens anywhere, my hope is not about what's in this world, but my hope is about having the right relationship with the God that loved me so much that he sent his son. And it's because of that hope that I then have the ability to say to you and tell you that, and mean it, how much I love you, how much I care about you, how much I want to see you succeed, how much I want you to have the same relationship, that same hope with Christ that I have. Well, I just wanted to leave that with you today as you leave from 2017, headed into 2018, knowing that tomorrow you can be better than you were today. May God bless and keep you, and be safe.